I'd like to welcome everyone to today's edition of the Software Spotlight. I'm Michael Burnswag, your host, and welcome to the Software Spotlight, your front row seat to the latest innovations in software for small business. I'm Michael Burnswag, your host, and each week we are joined by individuals from leading software companies to get an insider's perspective on the emerging technologies, business strategies, and market trends shaping the future. Tune in to stay ahead of the curve on leveraging software to boost productivity and growth in your business. Be sure to visit our website, softwareoasis.com, to access our free weekly software newsletter, and be sure to sign up for our upcoming 2024 webinar series. In today's episode, I'm happy to say that we're being joined by an independent researcher and author in the software engineering landscape, whose contributions have not just followed the trends, but have significantly influenced the direction of technological advancement. Please welcome Pratik Thantharate, a principal software engineer at Paycor and an accomplished author known for his extensive research and practical applications of AI and machine learning in DevOps and cybersecurity. With a rich background that spans over a decade and experience in agile software development, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and DevOps, Pratik has led the charge in redefining secure software practices and SaaS automation. He holds dual master's degrees in computer science and management information systems from SUNY Binghamton. His experience covers a wide range, including agile software delivery, code to cloud security, and notably the integration of AI and machine learning into DevOps practices. In today's discussion, Pratik will share from his novel work on how security could be integrated with DevOps using data-driven techniques. This cutting-edge methodology employs genetic algorithms for automated security testing and vulnerability detection within the DevOps framework. We will also discuss how the IT industry is set to transform the cybersecurity landscape in this fast-paced software development world. So with that, Pratik, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast with us today, and welcome.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's my pleasure to be here, and sharing this platform with you is truly exciting. I'm really looking forward to discussing how the integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning is helping the security operations and creating a new era in the rapidly advancing world of DevOps. So I will be using in my discussion, I will be using a lot of terms of DevOps and SecDevOps, which is like a dev operations, and dev operations with security is like a DevSecOps. So just giving you the heads up.
Perfect. No, I think that's really helpful for our listeners. So let's dive right in, Pratik. The transition from traditional DevOps to DevSecurity Ops marks a significant paradigm shift in software development. Can you walk us through the driving forces behind this evolution and the role of AI and machine learning as they have played in this transition?
Sure, Michael. I mean, if you look at it, software development and operations have been rapidly evolving. It's mainly driven by the speed, efficiency, and quality. DevOps emerged as a transformative approach where you seamlessly integrate the development and operations to streamline the software delivery process. Because in today's world, everyone using the agile and everyone wants to ship their product faster so that customers can use it. But this acceleration often come at a cost of compromising the security, which traditionally remains siloed from the main development pipeline. But in today's world, many companies have realized that the security could no longer be the afterthought. And with this fast-paced environment and in the edge-cutting technology era, the core idea was simple. We should utilize the concept of DevSec operations, which like DevSecOps, and which we can embed the security into each and every stage of the software development lifecycle process, and we ensure It's like a CI/CD, which is like a continuous integration and continuous delivery of the software. So basically, how DevSecOps works is like a zero trust principle, which basically says that never trust, always verify, and verify continuously. So, in simple words, like it's a security concept which centered on the belief that organizations should automatically trust anything inside or outside their perimeters, and they must verify, and before they are giving or granting access, they should double check and they should apply this zero trust principle. So basically DevOps involves this integrating some security measures throughout the development and operation processes, but it fundamentally shaping how the security is implemented in the SFDC model. So, but if you want to include the security into the current dev operations, it has its own set of challenges. Like in traditional security practices, it it was like really time consuming and a lot of manual driven, and that uh, companies struggle to deliver the software on time, and it it lagged the complete process. But
Sure.
with this new era of AI and machine learning, which is like a game changing technology, this really offer the ability to automate this complete process end to end, and they can deliver the software much faster with with the same quality. So that's the
It's
idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fascinating to see how AI and machine learning not only solve the speed and efficiency issues, but also enhance the quality and the precision of security testing. Any thoughts you could expand on that?
Yeah, definitely, Michael. I mean, see, the automation capabilities of artificial intelligence and machine learning enables the security testing and threat detection. And these are literally the main pillars of the dev security operations. Just automating this process is not really sufficient. The real challenge is how we can intelligently integrate this into the DevOps operation, like seamless integration, I would say. So, for this, we need intelligent automation, which led me to explore the power of genetic algorithm, actually, which I will be talking about because, uh, I mean, when I was writing a paper last year, I came across this genetic algorithm, which is which will play a critical role here, which is based on the search heuristic, which is inspired by the Charles Darwin theory of natural evolution. So the way this algorithm works is it's a process of natural selection. So where the fittest individuals are selected for reproduction to produce the offspring for the next generation. So if you want to take a deep look into this, it's simple process of selecting a fittest individual from the population, and of course, like if you select the fittest individual, their uh, next generation will have the better fitness, and they have the better chance of survival. So at the end, you know the generation will be the fittest, and we can use this genetic algorithm to solve our complex problem that we have in the DevSec operation. So in my research, as I mentioned, like I leverage this genetic algorithm where we select the most relevant feature and parameters uh, within our security models, for both the speed and accuracy.
That's fascinating and really quite innovative. So it sounds like incorporating genetic algorithms into security operations seems like a pioneering strategy. Can you share how this novel concept originated and what challenges you encountered initially?
Yeah, sure, Michael. So basically, this concept emerged from realization that there is a significant gap in the traditional analysis technique. So, like maybe 5 or 10 years back, we used to have the application which takes care of this security, but we have to deal with a lot of logging data, network traffic, and
Mhm.
other metrics that we need to consider. And by analyzing all of that, we can finally uh, find the detect pattern, what is wrong with the application, where we are finding the vulnerabilities. So last year I was writing a research paper for the advanced monitoring for the DevOps environment, and I proposed a system which is like an intelligent monitor. So how this intelligent monitor works is it captures the real-time data selection, and it uses the artificial intelligence and machine learning concept, and it will automatically filter out uh, the false alert and the threat detection, even if you have the distributed system. So basically it overall improve the dev operations practices
Sure.
by offering this monitoring solution. So when I was writing this paper, I saw a potential to improve the algorithm, and that's where I exactly came across this genetic algorithm. And I, when I actually listed out few more algorithm other than genetic, which are Gaussian adoption, hill climbing, swarm intelligence, and there are a couple of others. But uh, you know, all these methods are based on the linear programming, but I found genetic algorithm which will be a good fit for my problem, and I just started adopting that genetic algorithm, which to handle the complex and dynamic nature of the software, basically.
Sure, sure. And it sounds like a delicate balancing act, to say the least, enhancing security without compromising the speed and agility that DevOps is known for. How did you navigate this balance, and what impact has the Genetic SecOps project had?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this required a deep understanding of your, practical and both research-based concept that we can integrate this in the DevOps process. So this security actually need the inherent of the software development. So we focused on basically creating a solution that was not just effective, but also efficient and easy to integrate with the DevOps workflow. So by mainly automating this security testing and threat detection through genetic algorithm, we can substantially reduce the time and the resource required for security operations. And you can easily say that, like, it will reduce the manual effort a lot, and this can be implemented easily within your existing software development processes. So so basically I kind of had this working for that research paper work, and I found the solution which is satisfying.
Very nice, and I see that I believe you're a member of IEEE, and it looks like you're part of Google Scholar initiative. So obviously, a lot of other researchers that are interested in learning more about this have many options. But that is truly impressive. The collaboration and innovation behind Genetic SecOps highlight the immense potential of AI and machine learning in transforming security operations within the DevSecOps paradigm. Great insights, Pratik, and some really amazing work there. Now, I was hoping to discuss AI and machine learning's role in DevSecurity ops. Can you dive into that for us?
Yeah, sure, Michael, I can do that. And actually, these are the two main revolutionary capabilities that we have, which is like automation and intelligence. So let me take one by one. Let me first take automation.
Sure.
So automation is includes both artificial intelligence and machine learning, which automate the monotonous and labor-intensive task of security testing. So basically, it completely eliminates the manual work which does the same repetitive job, and this AI and ML will actually do perform the exact same and maybe better than the human to find the vulnerability detection, because sometimes it's a miss from the human error as well, right? Sometimes we overlook things and we fail to catch the data, like if some application is compromised or something with some threat, but AI and ML makes it really easy to deliver with the same quality. And this automation extend beyond
Makes a lot of sense.
simple, yeah. And thanks to the machine learning, I would say, which is ability to learn from the data pattern continuously. And second, I just talked about automation, and second is intelligence. So, like again, AI and machine learning can go beyond automating the task. They actually bring a level of identifying the threats that human miss, which I just talked about, and predicting the future threats that could be possible, because in today's world we will be getting a lot of new compromises, like the bad guy can have many ways to capture your system or to hack your application. So all this AI and ML will find a trend of how the future threat will look like, and adopting the real-time security measures to counter all of this new cyber attacks that they are emerging right now.
That's very interesting. And, let's face it, today's cybersecurity landscape is both vast and complex, presenting an ever evolving array of challenges. As we delve deeper into integrating AI and machine learning within the DevSecOps area, and as you mentioned, it's clear that these technologies are not mere additions, but transformative forces. Can you share how AI and machine learning are revolutionizing security operations?
Sure. So uh, basically, I would say first, it is enhancing the precision uh, to find the vulnerabilities, and and we are actually finding in the right threats that can pose a real risk to the system. And in the intelligence that AI and ML also bring into the process is kind of shorten the time between the vulnerability detection and the mitigation, because as soon as you find a threat or a vulnerability in your application, you need to just come up with a solution to fix it immediately before your customer gets impacted. So
Sure.
this rapid response capability is critical, very critical in today's fast-paced digital world, because if like with all of this agile practices that we have today, uh, which their target is to you know just ship the software faster. In most of the companies, it's like by every 2 week we call it a sprint release, that
Yes.
in every 2 week, whatever sprint work that you're completing, you have to just release it and just put into the production that customer can use it. But we need to ensure that we are not skipping the security part as well. But if we seamlessly integrate this AI ML to our dev operations, this will satisfy that bracket as well, and we can confidently say that, okay, like we are delivering the software not just fast, efficient, but with considering the security aspect as well. There is no gap.
That is fascinating. And the capability to not just automate, but also intelligently predict and adapt seems like a game changer. How
Yeah.
does this intelligence translate into tangible benefits for identifying vulnerabilities?
Yeah, sure. So basically this enhancing the precision will which we identify the vulnerability will just not finding more threats through our modeling. We are actually finding the right threat, and this reduction in noise allows the security team to focus their effort where it matters the most and optimizing their resources and the response time. So this overall, this AI ML bring into the process significantly to shorten the time, and I think it just leads to more robust and resilient security posture that capable of evolving the adopting the ever-changing threat landscape that we have. And this adaptability is the key to survive and thriving the cybersecurity and ensuring that our defense remains one step ahead from the attackers. So
This is great dialogue. Now, I'm more curious and want to double click on the Genetic SecOps framework you've developed. This seems like a practical embodiment of AI and machine learning's potential in DevSecOps. Could you take us through its components and starting with the automated security testing tool?
yeah, sure, Michael. So fundamentally, this genetic sec operation framework is structured around two core components. Uh, with the automated security testing tool serving as the first pillar. This tool is mainly designed to conduct the rigorous and exhausting security testing, uh, and it still follow our SFDC cycle, which is like a software development life cycle. And by integrating both rule-based and machine learning approaches, it offers a comprehensive and multifaceted security assessment for our DevOps environment. So this tool rule based on the aspect to cover vulnerabilities and establish the security practices which ensure the fundamental checks are consistently applied. However, the true power lies in the machine learning component, which kind of explore complex and pattern-based vulnerabilities uh, that may traditionally the rule-based method. And this machine learning component is constantly learning and adopting to identify and mitigate the new threats that are being emerging. So I think that's what mainly this genetic sec framework is, layered with, mainly about these tools.
That sounds incredibly thorough and quite robust. How does this automated security testing tool fit into the DevSecOps pipeline overall?
Sure. So integration is like a key aspect in our approach. The automated security testing tool is seamlessly integrated into DevSecOps pipeline, as I mentioned earlier. uh, you know, and running this continuously in the background to ensure that security is maintained throughout the entire development process. And this integration ensures that security testing doesn't only block or hinder any development speed, but it's just maintaining the core principle to make the DevOps efficient and effective. And we have actually use a lot of like in the practical world, many companies use a lot of CI/CD tools for that, like TeamCity or Jenkins, if you hear about. And all of those tools just follow the CI/CD fundamentals, and where they can just run their test back in the background, and whatever code that we push, it automatically captures, and it will run the script, run the test, and if they find anything uh, vulnerable, it just report it as a failed test, and it will report it. So this is how this pipeline works.
That's really ingenious. And the second pillar, the automated vulnerability detection tool, can you speak to that?
Yeah, sure, Michael. So the automated vulnerability detection tool mainly complements the security testing component, which is focusing on continuous system monitoring. It employs the advanced detection and pattern recognition technique to mainly identify the potential threats in the real time and ensuring constant monitoring and immediate response for this emerging vulnerabilities. So integrating this detection tool into the genetic algorithm is particularly innovative because, as we discussed, because if you visualize, we can intelligently select the most relevant feature for our detection, like threat detection, with the high accuracy in our security testing. And this overall technique not only improves the detection capabilities, but it also streamlines the entire process and makes it more effective. Because in today's world, there are many companies out there which are using a lot of detection tools in different ways. For example, if you heard of New Relic, which is like a really
Yes.
AI based tool. We have Datadog. All of these tools have a big purpose serving the companies, because what they are doing is, whatever application that you have, if you all your application logs are being monitored by this tools, and these are all new AI based tools like New Relic and Datadog, which continuously monitor your logging data and metrics, and it informs immediately if they find something is breaking into your code or something is breaking into your application. So all of these things are really just taking a next step altogether in the IT industry, which is making a big difference.
That's amazing how the framework is so well built. Now, as we look toward the horizon of DevSecOps, the roles of AI and machine learning and cybersecurity seem to be expanding exponentially. Pratik, based on your research work with the Genetic SecOps framework, what trends do you foresee in integrating AI and machine learning with cybersecurity over the coming years?
Yeah, great question, Michael. From my perspective, I think the way the trajectory for this artificial intelligence and machine learning in the cybersecurity is towards deeper integration and increasing really sophisticated applications. So we are at the stage we are rapidly moving beyond our foundational use, where we can think, learn, or adopt in ways but that closely mimic what the human can do. And but we can do with the more bigger scale using this AI and ML. So I would say, to your question, the trend to watch is in the rise of autonomous security operations, which is SOC. So AI and ML is really gearing up to take on the decision making responsibilities, such as autonomously responding to the threat, or you can actually orchestra the security measures, uh, which doesn't need any human intervention. And this could redefine the speed and efficiency for this cyber security responses. And also, this brings uh, as a customer satisfaction also, this will improve a lot, because these tools will automatically give you the real-time mitigation in case of any potential breach happens. So, and another key trend that I can see is the development of AI powered threat intelligence platform.
Sure.
And again, like this platform is again utilizing the machine learning models, uh, which based on basically big data, and they analyze vast data sets, and they identifying the emerging threats and the attack patterns, what is happening currently or what will happen in future. So they are doing all this prediction analysis, I would say. And and this will just help the company to be ready to how to prepare yourself for the future, I would say. And reactive to be a too predictive approach, I think that will help you to stay ahead of the potential attackers in future.
Those are groundbreaking shifts indeed. And with AI taking on a more central role and autonomous role in cybersecurity, what potential challenges do you anticipate, and how might we navigate them effectively?
Yeah, so one significant concern is the ethical implication and the privacy, which is always you must be hearing around, right? Like
Sure,
uh, people, because of this open AI and this thing, because this must be uh, reading a lot of data, right? And which could be a potential threat. You never know in future if it goes to a wrong hand. So ensuring the transparency, accountability, and the responsible use of these powerful techniques are very important, I would say. So the another challenge which lie on here is the cyber defenders and attackers. Like when you, as our defense mechanism become more sophisticated, and the methods employed by the malicious actors, or I would say bad guy, that's the term that we use in our
sure.
applications, which continuously involving in our AI and ML models, ensuring they remain ahead of the emerging threat and they can adopt the new attack vectors as they arrive. So yeah, I mean, to your question, Michael, to effectively navigate these challenges, key focus should be developing powerful, responsible, and sound AI ML system. And this will involve ethical AI practices. I am iterating more on the ethical AI because that's the right way to do it, like, uh, right way to follow these practices and ensuring that you have the data privacy and security. So, uh, yeah, and I think other thing that I can add here is like collaboration and the knowledge sharing among researchers and developers, right? Um, by continuously working together and sharing the insight, we can accelerate the development of this robust and resilient AI driven security solution while mitigating the potential risk uh, and maybe unintended consequences.
Pratik, I have to say, our conversation today has been incredibly insightful and thought provoking, and I really appreciate your breaking this study on our podcast, the Software Spotlight. But before we wrap up, could you summarize the key takeaways for our audience regarding the future of AI and machine learning in the DevSecOps area?
Absolutely, absolutely, Michael. So, from my perspective, the future of AI and machine learning in DevSec operation is undoubtedly very brightful, and no doubt, like these technologies are poised to automate, predict, and respond to the cybersecurity threat more efficiently and effectively than ever. But the integration of AI and ML really promises not only to enhance the security operation, but also they can help you to transform them fundamentally. And this is just like a complete new space where we are making our digital space safer, when more resilient, and we better equipped with the ever evolving threat for the modern cyber landscape. And however, the future also bring like significant challenges that always happens, but particularly around this ethical considerations and data privacy. uh, the battle against increasing sophisticated cyber threats, I guess, and navigating these challenges will definitely require a collective and collaborative effort from the entire cybersecurity community, and maybe which is more focusing on responsible innovation, continuous evolution, and the commitment to staying ahead of the potential attackers. So I think that's what my final thought on the future of AI and machine learning, Michael?
Pratik, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights and pioneering work in this critically important field. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. And thank you to all of our listeners for joining us on this incredible journey through the intersection of AI, machine learning, and cybersecurity. Today's episode has offered us a glimpse into the future of DevSecOps, filled with immense opportunities and formidable challenges. But as we've heard from Pratik, with innovation, collaboration, and commitment to responsible technology development, the future of cybersecurity is incredibly promising. So I'd like to invite everyone to be sure to visit our website, softwareoasis.com, to access our free weekly newsletter and sign up for our upcoming 2024 webinar series. In our next episode, Dean Matthews, the founder and CEO of On the Clock, an employee time tracking software company with over 20 years of experience designing and developing business ops and different apps. Dean has grown On the Clock to serve over 15,000 companies worldwide. He is passionate about using technology to simplify workforce management and frequently writes about the future of work for publications like Built In. So once again, Pratik, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
Hey, thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate the invitation and the opportunity to discuss this important topics and share my perspective with your audience.
Thank you so much.